when I received a photo of how he has been tortured in the police cell, I couldn't hold my tears. When I read the story of Albert Omondi, that he was the only child of a mother and a father, a newly wedded man, a father of a 1-year child, a graduate from Migori, and you can imagine to educate a child to a university level of parents of that status, how hard they've worked to ensure that their child get the rightful education. And this child now has gone. It is so sad. And in the hands of our security. So my aim is just to really ask the justice for Omondi and the family to be given. And I don't think there's anything else we're asking. It's just for his justice for now, because he's gone. And I think parents, and I stand with our majority leader saying, we cannot be a house of just coming here and talking and there no action. We parents have cried enough. I'm a victim. I know my daughter was murdered in 2020. And up to today, I've not gotten the justice that I'm pushing for. What does that tell? You can imagine Omondi now, they start their justice. And now, how long will it take for them to get the justice? So I think enough is enough. This house is the upper house, is to ensure such things now can come to a stop, to an end, where our children will not be killed, butchered, just because that they raise a voice of what they think or what they feel they should express their opinion. I think it's a high time. These people should know that they are even spoiling or damaging our government, which is working hard every day. And the rising security in Nakuru, I can't forget to say, the rising...
Very well, Honorable Senator, your time is up. Now, Honorable Senators, this is a very weighty matter. Kenyans are asking questions, and justifiably so, and we owe them the answers. The patience of this country is being stretched beyond its elasticity. The Honorable CS of Interior is scheduled to appear before the Senate tomorrow morning for purposes of responding to 15 questions that have been requested or asked by honorable senators. I wish to give the following as a way forward. Because of the urgency of this matter, that the CS appears tomorrow. However, before he embarks on the response of those 15 questions, we will first have the House move as a committee of the whole to interrogate this particular matter. After that session, then we can move to question time. While the CS is preparing to appear tomorrow, Secretariat informed the Ministry that tomorrow the CS must appear with the following persons: the IG, the Chairperson IPOA, the Chairperson Police Service Commission. Those are the persons who are supposed to accompany the CS tomorrow as we move into a committee of the whole. And thereafter, we can move with the question time as contained in the order paper. Next order.
Order number 8, motion report of the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget on the fourth basis for allocating the share of national revenue among counties, resumption of debate on the proposed amendments.
Now, honorable senators, when debate was interrupted on Thursday, the 5th of June, 2025, Senator Mungatana had the floor and he had a balance of 8 minutes. I'm not seeing Senator Mungatana in the House, and therefore the floor is open for debate. Now, honorable senators, the debate is on the amendments as proposed by Senator Mogeni, not on the entire formula. It is on the amendments as proposed. Senator for Kakamega, if you want to hug, you have the lounge. So, honorable senators, the debate that is supposed to continue is the debate on the proposed amendments by Senator Mogeni. Senator Fernandez.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to speak to the amendment by Senator Okongo Omugeni. Mr. Speaker, I think in the principle of at the division, Mr. Speaker, I think last week we did mention on a number of, this is a 4-year or 5-year, Mr. Speaker, and therefore this division of revenue and amendment is very critical. Mr. Speaker, for Isiolo, let me begin by saying the following. Mr. Speaker, this is a house of equity. That is why the vote of Nairobi and the vote of Nandi and the vote of Kakamega and the vote of Elgeyo Marakwet, Mr. Speaker, is subjected to principle of equity, Mr. Speaker. This amendment that has been brought by Senator Okongo Omugeni, and I wish he would be listening, Mr. Speaker, this amendment that has been brought by Senator Okongo Omugeni on 4.46 billion to be shared to 11 counties, Mr. Speaker, Isiolo, Lamu, Elgeyo Marakwet County, among others, is in the principle of equity that we want to see, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I wish Senator Okongo Omugeni would be listening, including Embu, Mr. Speaker. I wish the mover of the amendment should be listening. Mr. Speaker, that is why I wanted to insist that this is a principle of equity. Mr. Speaker, when we were coming up with a formula, including Taita Taveta, when we were coming up with the formula, Mr. Speaker, we must ensure each and every county, 1, doesn't lose, 2, no county gains more. Mr. Speaker, I have seen a county in this simulated that some counties were gaining 2 billion, others were gaining only 200 million. 200 million to any county like Elgeyo Marakwet or Taita Taveta or Embu or Isiolo, Mr. Speaker, is not in good faith. Yes. And therefore this simulation, where at least each and every county will gain 405.6 million, will be very significant, Mr. Speaker. That is why most of these counties cannot even take or do a significant or an important development in their counties, Mr. Speaker. So even, Mr. Speaker, as we look at this simulation, we must be aware, Mr. Speaker. The other day, and I've seen the budget is being read on Thursday. Yes. Budget that is worth 4 trillion, Mr. Speaker. But it is very sad that members of National Assembly rejected an increment of counties of 465 billion Kenya shillings, Mr. Speaker. That is an affront to the principle of equity and division of revenue, Mr. Speaker. I stand today on the basis of win-win for Lamu County. I stand today for the win-win for Taita Taveta County, Mr. Speaker. I stand today for support of Kirinyaga, Embu, Nyamira, Isiolo, Elgeyo, Marakwet, Mr. Speaker. Because they deserve equity like all of us. If Elgeyo Marakwet wins, Nandi wins. If Isiolo wins, Mandera wins, Mr. Speaker. If Nyamira wins, Nakuru wins. We must push the principle of equity. It cannot be that a county is getting 2 billion, but a small county like Nyamira is getting a paltry millions of shillings, Mr. Speaker. I rise on the pedestal of history on the principle of equity, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, they say when the conscience of a nation has disturbed a solitary mind, it doesn't mean that that man is mad, Mr. Speaker. We must push for a win-win, Mr. Speaker. So that as we push, we cannot blame Elgeyo Marakwet, Taita, Nyamira, Isiolo, Embu, Mr. Speaker, for underdevelopment. Yet when we are doing division of resources, we don't consider their uniqueness, including Lamu, Mr. Speaker. So I support this amendment by my senior. Na leo ndio narudisha mkono. After defending me, Mr. Speaker, when I was in police custody, he was able to dismantle my charges within seconds, Mr. Speaker. 1 minute and 59 seconds, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I rise to support the people of Lamu. Well, that is why, Mr. Speaker, as a Senate, we should not reduce ourselves to our own counties. That is why we say, Mr. Speaker, we are senators of the Republic of Kenya, elected by respective counties to represent the interests of all counties, Mr. Speaker. When I speak here, I speak on behalf of Nandi, on behalf of Nakuru, on behalf of Nyamira, on behalf of Kirinyaga, Wajir, Nyandarua, Laikipia, Migori, Taita Taveta, Kajiado, Elgeyo Marakwet County, Mr. Speaker, including Uasin Gishu. And Embu, Mr. Speaker, where the deputy party of DP comes from, Mr. Speaker. If there is a time I'm proud of my senior colleague in the profession, Senator Okongo Omugeni, Commissioner, is today. Because he's pushing us to look for principle of equity. It cannot be. And I want to challenge members of National Assembly. When we demand for more resources, they only tell us there is corruption in counties. What are they doing for corruption in national government themselves? What are they doing? Mr. Speaker, it is shame for them to tell us that they cannot add money to our people who are suffering, Mr. In fact, we are going to scrap NTCDF because that is unconstitutional kitty, Mr. Speaker. It violates the Constitution, and I want to stand with the decision of the Supreme Court, Mr. Speaker, that we should only channel funds to only 2 entities, National Executive and counties. If members of National Assembly want to run resource and manage money, let them run for 2 positions, governor or the presidency. When you are here, Mr. Speaker, Article 94 and 96 is we legislate, represent, oversight, do budget making process, Mr. Speaker. It cannot be the biggest threat to devolution today, Mr. Speaker, in this country is members of National Assembly. How can they appropriate and pass a budget of 4 trillion and give counties paltry 400 billion, Mr. Speaker? It is shame. And I want to tell Kenyans who are watching us, the reason there is underdevelopment in Mashinani is because of members of National Assembly, Mr. Speaker. They are in fact of 4 trillion. We should be pushing that 1 trillion or 50% or 4 trillion of the budget should go to mashinani. That is counties, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, today, the people of Nyamira, today, the people of Elgeyo Marakwet, today, the people of Kajiado, the people of Taita Taveta, the people of Isiolo, the people of Lamu, the people of Embu, we must come up, the people of Kitui, Mr. Speaker. We must come up with a formula of win-win. Kenyans for Kenyans, Mr. Speaker. This is the only house, Mr. Speaker, that will change the trajectory of development in this country, Mr. Speaker. We want to develop so much resources that somebody in Kericho, in Kapchebet, where Senator Aaron Cheruiyot comes from, does not care who is the president, Mr. Speaker. Somebody from Kilifi, where our esteemed, respected Speaker, Governor Senator Amason Jeffa Kingi, will not care who is the president because there are enough resources in Kilifi County, Mr. Speaker. I pray for that country, Mr. Speaker, where we will not charge or care who you are, but we will share resources based on principle of equity. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, as Martin Luther Jr. King said, an injustice somewhere is an injustice everywhere. I will not be happy if I'm given so much to take to Nandi while Nyamira is losing. I will not be happy when Mandera is given so much when Lamu is losing. Mr. Speaker, we are all Kenyans, including Embu, Mr. Speaker, where the deputy party leader comes from, Mr. Speaker. Dr. Mundigi.
Senator Cherargei, I don't want to disturb your flow of thoughts, but I hope I don't look like a man. Why you addressing me as Mr. Speaker, you will clarify as we move along. Can you appropriately address
Mr. Speaker, the spirit of equity has overtaken my faculties, but I profusely withdraw and apologize, Madam Speaker. It is that my mind caught up when you are doing an exchange with the substantive Speaker. My apologies. We respect you, Madam Speaker. And we know Muranga will stand on the history of equity. I hope the delegation of Muranga, if they mean what they say on top of cars, wherever they work around the country, they must force for this principle of equity, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, I want to challenge this country. The future of Kenya, Madam Speaker, is only on equity. I'm calling upon the Chair of Finance and Budget, my very good friend, which I have tremendous respect, a principal of Kenya Kwanza, a party leader, the Chair of Finance and Budget. Let us amend this formula. The pride of your committee, Mr. Chairman, sir, through Madam Speaker, is to ensure no county goes home crying. Let us take care of these counties. Madam Speaker, I've sat in public accounts for almost now 8 years. We have seen the financial statements. They cannot do anything. We went to Nyamira when the late, my brother, his soul rest His Excellency Nyagarama, he was a good man. I don't know about the current one. Okay. That is, the senior council will tell us. And we visited, and they were only begging for it, was it 100 million to complete? Can you believe? While we are giving counties, even, Madam Speaker, we need also to look at the own source revenue. A county like Nairobi, the CRA revenue potential of county of Nairobi is 63 billion. We are giving it close to 20 billion. They have a pending bill around 120 billion, Madam Speaker. We must also, the mover of this amendment, Senator Okongo Mugeni, we must also ensure, and I want to appeal to the Finance and Budget Committee, you cannot compare revenue potential of Nairobi City County and Nyamira, despite that they are growing tea. Madam Speaker, even as we talk, Nyamira grows tea and Nandi. Are you aware our tea prices cumulatively per kilo has even fallen down? Now it is 19 shillings per kilo of tea. 9 shillings is being taken by Muchunaji Chai. 10 shillings remain with the farmer. Madam Speaker, so even if you discuss the own source revenue of Nyamira, it will fall down because of market of demand and supplies. Even here Nairobi, they can collect, I saw them celebrating that they have collected 12 billion, yet their revenue potential is 63 billion. What are they telling us? And they are doing a program that dish in a county. And that program is not extending to all children. Yet we are giving them the highest allocation. Look at Turkana, Mr. Speaker. We are giving Turkana the highest amount. But the information I have is the governor of Turkana, whenever he goes to a function, he dishes out 1,000 handouts. Yet the people of Turkana, you know, the senator of Turkana brought a statement where it is only in Turkana you get a Form 4 liver dispensing out medicine, Madam Speaker. That one does not happen even in Katanga, in Muranga County, where you come from. Yet the highest amount is we give. Let us not be selfish, Madam Speaker. This country belongs to all of us. If we want to end corruption, iniquity in this country, Madam Speaker, we must be willing to accommodate each other. The future of this nation is a united nation, Mr. Speaker, not based on tribes or families. Whether you want to call yourselves cousins or wherever, Madam Speaker, is we must look at the bigger picture. At the end of today, when you go back to Taita Taveta, Senator Eddie, I want to challenge you, although you are mourning, and we continue to empathize with your people, that as you go back to Migori, you should report back and say, when I was in Senate, when Lamu, when Nyamira, when Taita Taveta, when Wajia, when Embu, when Elgeyo Marakwet, when Isiolo, where our sister serves with distinction, and I want to call out my friend, the governor, in future, not to make derogatory remarks against women leadership. I would have expected even women from this house to protest. She did. Yeah, in fact, Senator Dulo should be listening to this. I think she is busy because of issues of insecurity, Madam Speaker. We cannot allow governors to make derogatory remarks against esteemed ranking member of the Senate, and we demand apology. And you know, Senator, the governor of Isiolo, Madam Speaker, is a good friend of mine. I have also expressed his displeasure. And he confirmed to me that he has withdrawn, but I want a formal apology. He has not withdrawn.
Senator Cherargei, would you wish to be informed by Senator Omugeni?
Yeah, today I am free to be informed by Senator because he's doing a good job.
Okay. Senator Omugeni, you can proceed.
I wanted to inform Senator Fernandi, who is doing very well this afternoon, that he should inform the governor of Isiolo that through this formula, the good lady, our ranking senator, is actually going toward Isiolo another 400 million through the effort of Senator Dulo. So what the governor should be doing is actually to appreciate and acknowledge the good work of Senator Fatuma Dulo, not to all abuses at our senator here, chair of security.
Thank you, Senator Omugeni. Senator Cherargei, you can proceed. Give him the mic.
Madam Speaker, it is the most proud moment because even the Speaker of the session, where the Senator of Isiolo is adding 400 million plus, we are proud of women leadership in this country, Madam Speaker, including you. And I want to request and demand as Governor of Isiolo to withdraw and instead appreciate the distinguished senator who is a ranking member, a 3-term senator. Do you think to be re-elected in this country is easy, Madam Speaker? You are our SG in UDA. You see people crying. People taking diabetic and pressure pills to calm down. But this is a distinguished senator who is serving a 3rd term. We must respect women leadership in this country, Madam Speaker. And I hope by the close of this business, after the distinguished work of the Senator Dulo, Madam Speaker, the governor must apologize and appreciate that we are adding over 405.6 million to Isiolo, among other counties, and we are giving 4.46 billion to 11 counties, Madam Speaker. In conclusion, Madam Speaker, the future of this country is in devolution. This amendment will bring justice. Madam Speaker, I want to request members of the Senate, especially head of delegations, including my brother, the minority leader. including Kamau Murango, the distinguished senator of Kirinyaga, who is the next governor of Kirinyaga. Including the governor, incoming governor of Kitui, Governor Bishop Enoch Wambua. Madam Speaker, the formula we passed today, including Senator Chute, who I see is restless today, including Senator Kisang, the formula we will pass will run for 5 years. We must think through it. We must think through it. Let us not rush. In the last session, Madam Speaker, we stayed almost 6 months to agree to pass a win-win. At that time, there were senators for Kenya, Senator Matzayo and Senator Wambua were Kenyans, me and Senator Nderito, and I am told the financier and the engine of that moment was Governor Mandera, the distinguished senator. Captain Ali Roba was the leading one, the onslaught. Me and Senator Kinywa, Madam Speaker, were 1 man, 1 vote, 1 shilling. But today we are saying let the entire country win. Let us win as a country. Let us win as a country.
Senator Cherargei, hold on a minute. There is a point of order by Senator Ali Roba. What's your point of order, Senator
Madam Speaker, the Honorable Senator Cherargei has referred to me as financial that time. I would like him to substantiate as to the truthfulness of the statement he has made in terms of that, because it might send a bad signal out there. I wasn't in this chamber last Senate, Madam Speaker.
Senator Cherargei, you have alluded to an allegation that he was a financier. We do not know what he was financing. Please clarify.
Madam Speaker.
Proceed. You can substantiate.
Madam Speaker, I didn't say he was the one financing the formula. He was not the one financing. I was saying he was the beneficiary of a win-win that we did that time, because Mandela was losing.
So it was just a question of grammar.
I think grammatical errors. Okay. I meant the beneficiary, not the financier.
So let's proceed.
Madam